The next thing we need to do is to press our side seams. And now this is a side seam that has the inseam pocket. So I want to press it all flat first, and that helps get rid of any waviness that might happen when I zigzag. I already did the other side. And now I'm going to turn the shorts right side out. And one of the things about pressing the side seams when you have this pocket is that you have to press it towards the front of your shorts, because you don't want to have a pocket that's in the back. It won't work that way. So I'm just going to slide this on, and I can tell right here this is my back pocket, and this is my front pocket because it's got the fly on it. And I'm just going to lay my seam out as flat as I can get it. Remember, I have a pocket in here, so it might be a little bunchy right there. And I can feel underneath here that I have my seam allowance going towards the front. You can also do this with a seam roll underneath if you want to, if you don't have a big ironing board to use. And then I'm just pressing along that edge. I'm going to slide it around. And again, I want my pocket to go towards the front, because that's where my hands are going to go in. I want to make sure everything's nice and flat underneath here before I press, because I want to press wrinkles someplace where I don't need them. Okay? So just along this seam, and again, you want to have this laying all flat right here. Make sure it's nice and smooth. Smooth it out with your hands. And the seam allowance is underneath the front, which is this side. And I just want a nice little crisp seam along there. Now, I do have to do some basting along the top edge here, but before I do that, I'm going to turn my shorts back around. So I'm wrong side out, because I'm going to stitch this basting from the wrong side so I can see what I'm doing. My seam allowance flipped the wrong direction, so I'm going to fix that. And what I want to do now is just put a couple of pins along this upper edge, because what I'm going to do is baste along here to hold this in place while I do the casing. So I only need a couple of pins to hold that. Slide this around. Again, we want it going towards the front of our shorts. And we just need a couple of pins. You notice I'm putting them perpendicular to this edge because I'm going to stitch right along that edge right there. And this is a basting stitch, so we're going to use a long length of a stitch, and we're going to take it out when we get done. So it doesn't really have to be pretty, it just has to do its job. Okay, so now off to the sewing machine.